Okay, y'all, so I am back for a tutorial on how to create newsletters within your Shopify website. Okay, so if you do not have the Seguno email marketing app already downloaded, you're going to go to your apps. You're going to click that on the top on the left hand panel. And if you don't have it, click over here to the right where it says customize your store. That's going to take you to the Shopify App Store. You can type in Seguno and it's going to pop up right here at the top in the orange, the trim, but I'm not going to re-download it. So we're just going to go back, and when you open it up, you're going to have to complete settings, and you click the settings at the top, or if yours isn't already, it doesn't, I can't remember how it actually starts off, but this is how you get started. Make sure you put the name. This is going to be the name that is going to be visible to your customers when they receive the email. Put in your email. I just put my business name and just hyphenated it. Also, the reply email is my business email address that I have connected to my website. If you want to send a test run, you can send up to 3. And you can put that right there where it says test email recipients. Company details, you're going to put your company name. You're going to put your street address. If you have a P.O. box, I put my P.O. box there because I don't use my physical address for business purposes. City, zip code, country, state, and your phone number. If you do not have a phone number, try to download like a Google voice number that gives you an alternative number that is not connected to your personal, just for business purposes. You have your time format. You can adjust it how you see fit, how you want that to be presented on the email, and you have the date and time format. Sorry, it's backwards. If you need to change the language, you can change that. Newsletter form. This just says join our mailing list, and it's a form where they put their first and last name and their email address. That's all that is right there. And then you have your unsubscribe, and you know that's by federal law. You have to make sure that is visible. Mine is visible at the bottom of my email, actually. So that is the basics, and I actually pay for mine because after so many subscribers, you have to pay for it. So templates. That's going to be the first thing that we do is we're going to create a template because you need to have like the basics of yours. And we're going to do new. November is going to be the title of this one. And I'm not going to add a primary section. New November 1. And so it's going to create it. I like it when I turn my device horizontal. If you're like on a tablet or iPad or your phone, make sure you turn your phone horizontal so that you can create these on your phone. If you're on a desktop, you're going to be able to see the whole screen. So that works out. So subject preview text. This is something that you cannot do in the templates. You can only do this when you're creating your actual newsletter. This part for the template, you will create your header. This right here is a pre-header text. It's already up there. It says, thanks for being subscribed to Your Lounge. No longer interested. They have the unsubscribe option right there at the top. So that works out great. The next part is, where do you want your logo? Do you want your logo to be hidden? You don't want it to be visible? Do you want it to be centered? Do you want to show the first 3 social media accounts or what have you? I didn't want my social media accounts at the top. I want mine here at, I want my social medias at the bottom. And so then you have your logo. To upload a logo, you're going to put it here, click change. You're going to click add, and whatever you have on your device, if you have to take a picture, you have to browse, or if it's in your photo library, then you'll be able to browse and you'll be able to change that to what you want. So let's change this one temporarily for this one. And because it looks very small and you may want to make it a little bigger, just drag your finger or your mouse and you can stretch that to get as big or as wide or small as you would like to. If you need to create a logo, they also give you a Hatchful link where you can go to. I haven't used that one because I just create mine on Canva. That works for me. And then we have the tabs here at the bottom where you see shop with us on Facebook. How I got that was it said add content. I went there And the name, you're going to change the name to what you want it to be. It could say come join us, if I can spell it right. Yours could say come join us, and you're going to give the whatever this link is where you want it to go, www dot let's just put facebook.com. But you're going to put your actual link for that, and you're going to click save. And when you click save, you see how it comes down here at the bottom. So when somebody clicks on come join us, it's going to take them directly to the Facebook or whatever that link is. But we're going to delete that because we don't want that. So you can put those there, and they'll be at the bottom. And make sure you save. If you don't save, then it's not going to save for your page, and you may have thought you saved it and it's really not saved. So that's all of the header. So let's go back. We're going to click that back button and the footer. So what do you want in your footer? This is what my footer looks like. My footer, I have my company policies in my footer. I have my return policy, and I have a reply email that I click to have that there. I also have my customer service phone number. So when you did that in settings, all you have to do is click for that to appear there, just so it's visible to your customers. You have the anti-spam requiring that a physical address is needed. So mine is a P.O. box, so that's what's there. Seguno branding, you can take that off or you can keep it there. Click save. Then you're going to go back. And that is, let's go to themes. Background image. Then you can put something in the background if you want to. You can create this on Canva and you can upload it here. This is just one that I was playing around with that I wanted. And I added that one. I've also done this one right here as a background. Make sure you click save, because if you don't save it, it doesn't click. And so I've done that background image. If you want to change your colors, you can change your colors for your pre-header, your logo, your body, your footer, your margarine. And you can do your menu colors, your discount banner colors, your content colors. Everything is going to be personalized. So wherever it appears here on the right-hand side, you can navigate to see what color you want all of that to be. So very, very hands-on when it comes to the personalization. So you can personalize this for you. Your fonts, you can choose different fonts here that you want on within your email as well. You also can choose the size that you want. Here you choose a font for different buttons that you have throughout your newsletter as well. Texting, you can dictate that if you want it to be uppercase, buttons, all of that good stuff. If you want certain things to be bold, all of that's good. Make sure you click that save button there on the right hand side. So we're going to go back. And we're going to talk about the structure. If you want it more compact or if you want it comfortable, you're going to make sure you click there as well. Also, you can dictate how you want your buttons to appear. If you want them to be more squarish. And I don't have any buttons on here except at the bottom, just unsubscribe. So just watch that one. Round, if you want it to be rounded, or if you want it to be in the pill form, you can dictate that as well as the style. Primary style, secondary, and small style. Make sure you click save, and then we're going to go all the way back to that is our template. This is what we're going to do when we do our newsletters. So let's click on newsletters, and that's at the top. You're going to create your newsletter. When you're first starting out, and you have so many options, you can just go with a blank one. We're going to do this one as NN. And this is going to be the subject. This is for internal uses. So this is for you to keep track of the newsletters that you create, so you'll know as for reference. The subject, this is what is going to entice the customer to open it. I use emojis a lot of the time in mine, and it can be like the alarm. And I may say stop scrolling and put the alarm again. Then the preview text is going to be shown in the inbox after the subject. And they only give you between 100. The recommended length is between 100 and 150 characters. So of course, we're going to put some more emojis. And then we're going to say, if you have a discount, that means you've already created a discount before you got to this part. Or you can share the same code. You can do all of that, but all of that has to be completed before you get here so it can be connected. Click create newsletter, and it's going to take you to your newsletter. Now you're going to see the basics of what you already created in your template. You see your background is there. You see the basics of your newsletter is here. So from here, you're going to click customize. And as you see, you have that two-sided screen. We're going to add some sections in here. So let's go through what the section options are. If you've created some blogs already on your newsletter, in your email database or what have you, you may have posted them on your email. Maybe you want to send, on your website. Maybe you want to send them to your customers. You can click here. You want to change whatever that heading is to what you want it to say. Doesn't necessarily have to say featured blog post. You can personalize this to fit what you want. To add that content, you're going to click that. Then you're going to click select the blog. Whatever blogs you have that are already on your website will appear here. So if you want to do that one, it's going to pop up. You click that little button beside it, click add. And as you see on the right hand side, it's going to be here. And let me change the top so that we can be in sync, because I don't want mine to say that. So this one's going to say messaging programs, and as you see, it is there. Okay. And click save. And then you're going to go back and you're going to add another section. Now you're not going to have all these sections that I'm creating. I'm just showing you how to maneuver through each section. Collection list. Now, if you have articles of clothing or what have you, or you have jewelry, whatever you are selling, you may have a collections list. This is going to allow you to go through and actually select the particular collections. We're just going to do 2021 Z collections. As you see, that pops up here at the bottom. And we do have that title that says 2021 Z collection. It's okay for me to keep that one there. So I'm just going to click save. And then we're going to go back and we're going to add another section. Now the collection list just shows you whatever the picture is that you've created for that collection is going to be visible there. Now, if you want to do a featured collection, we're going to click on the same collection, but I want you to look at the difference. This one actually shows you the physical contents within that collection. So it just depends on what you want it to look like. Now, this one does say featured collections at the top, and we don't want that because we want to personalize this. So we're going to type in the correct name. Make sure your spelling is how you want it to be. Mine, apparently, I'm having some technical difficulties. Okay, so there it is. And as you see, that is at the bottom. If you want to include out of stock items, you can. You sell how many rows you want, how many products you want per row. I don't want my pictures to be cropped, so I make sure I don't click that. If you want the product vendor to be there, if you want the price to be visible, if you want a product button under it, that means it's going to be a shop now. If you want a view all button to appear at the bottom so they can shop additional items, you can add that. If you want your text to be more centered versus more to the left, then you can do that as well. You make sure you click save. So all of your hard work has been saved. Let's go back and let's check out the next section. So the next section is going to be the discount call out. If you've already created a discount, then you're going to be able to link that here. But if you don't have one, that's fine. But you won't be able to do anything if you haven't already identified what your discount is by using the discount link that's on the left panel right above the word apps. You have to create that there. So they're not going to let you do anything here. Okay, so go backwards. Let's see what is our next thing. Then if you want to do a countdown, maybe you have a debut of a piece that's going to arrive on a certain time. Here is the countdown. So you put the date of when if it's going to be, maybe it's going to be the 22nd, and maybe it's going to debut at 9 a.m. You can show how many days left if you want to. If you want to show when it ends, you can. So you got 200. Well, that's really out the way. Let's make it something a little bit more reasonable. Today is let's do the 15th. So it's not that many hours. You got 37 hours. Size, you want it to be small. You want it to be medium and large. Just depends on what works for you. You can adjust your coloring for this. Make sure you save it, because if you didn't save it, it doesn't count. And the next section that we have is going to be media. So this one right here, you can just play around with this one. It's pretty much all the same thing. It's just based upon what you want to be here. If you want a flip book, that means you're adding several different pictures, such as same as a gallery. If you just want one image, if you want image with text, if you want image with a text overlay, meaning the words are going to be written inside the picture or on top of the picture. If you want to add a video, you can do that. If you want to feature particular products, you can come here. You're going to scroll down and you're going to go through. And this means that you're going to have to hand select which products you want to be featured. So you only pick one at a time. You go back. It's going to pop up there just like that. It has its name. It has the amount, add to the cart, all of that good stuff. Now, if you don't want the add to the cart there, you just click add to the cart. You take that off. If you don't want the price there, whatever you want it to say or show, you make sure you click it right there on the left hand side, and look how it appears on the right hand side. Don't forget to save it before you go back to the previous page. So product list is going to be a little bit different than what we just looked at. So let's go to this one. We're going to click on add product, select the product. Now this one, is that what we just, I think that's what we just did. I think that's what we just did. Yeah, we just did product list. So that's no difference. Divider. Now featured social media follow. Definitely want to do this just if you, especially if you're on social media and you want your customers to be able to follow you on other social media platforms. You're going to click the the account you want here. I have my YouTube, my Instagram, and my Facebook. You can do YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of those. And when you click on it, you make sure if there is a picture or something that you want, then you can put it there. Image description, if you want to have that. Make sure you put your name for however you do the name with the @ and what have you. The follow us button. You see how it is there. And it's going to appear there if you want it to be like that. Make sure you click save, because it doesn't mean anything if you didn't. Next section. Let's see. So here at the bottom, you can add text. You can do event lists. You can just if you just want to type up something. If you want your signature to be on your your main page or your website, wherever you want it to be. Testimonials, text columns. Everything is pretty much really easy to navigate, especially when you're able to see it on the right hand side. As you're working, you're going to be able to see what you're maneuvering and what have you. So that is the basics of the newsletter. So let's just say this is our newsletter, and we're going to click the text columns, and we're going to go back and go back to newsletter. And so it takes us to our newsletter. Now this one's going to be, it has a lot going on, but of course, yours is not going to be like this. So what I want to show you here, when you scroll all the way down, you're going to be able to see the option to go ahead and send this email right now. You can send it right now. If you sign up for the paid version, you will see this option right here appear, where you can automatically remail non-opener. So if they do not open the email, you can identify how many days you want them to, how many days you want it to be before they receive the email again. And if you want to change the subject or the preview text, you can do all of that here. Okay. If you want to only send this to particular subscribers, that means you've already set groups for these subscribers. And if you have different subscribers who like the VIPs who like particular things, or people who like this content, then you can set that based upon that. If not, you can send it to everybody. Here you can edit the discount code, but remember you have already created the discount code before you got into this point. What I love about the emails is that you can see the unsubscribe rate, if someone's made a complaint, if the emails have bounced back. Bounce back emails meaning that the email is somehow not accurate, or there's something off in the email that is not allowing it to reach the customer when they signed up for your emails. Complaints, some people may complain that there's too many emails or what have you. You have people who unsubscribe. It lets you know exactly who unsubscribed, and you can see all of that content in that percentage there. And so that is the basics of creating a email with Seguno. So I hope this helps. Make sure you leave me some comments and let me know how helpful this tutorial was for you. If there's anything else that you would like for me to do a tutorial on, do not hesitate to email me or drop it down in the comments. Until next time, guys.